Patoranking. I'm sure everyone is wondering why you are here. They need to know that you have a special message that you're carrying. So based on your life experience, it will be good to understand if you have any advice to young people in Africa on how climate change can be an opportunity to them and transform Africa. Also, I think whilst you're also answering that question, maybe you can also expand to let us know how the art space or the industry can also be used as an advocacy tool to advocate for climate change.
Sorry, can I use your mic? You know, we're used to this kind of mic, so I want to say good morning, everyone. My name is Patoranking. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, this platform to, you know, tell you things that I know about life. You know, when you look at me, it's not just music. I want you to see a young man that best explain what surviving any of harsh conditions or climate conditions, you know, what it looks like, you know. I'm from a slum in Lagos, in a place called Ilaje, Ibutemeta, and you know what an average slum looks like. It is what it is over there, and we've had several situations that can only be explained if you live there. You know, there are some things that would happen, they can't explain it to you. You just have to experience it. And I experienced it firsthand. You know, that's why my team and I were quite excited to speak about it on this platform. You know, I think it's very important we make people understand, you know, how important climate change means to us. First, I will start by saying awareness. A lot of people are not aware. You know, I'm coming from a place where you have to tell us a zillion times to get the first letter. You know, so if you're saying change, 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 you have to, it might take us like 20 years to understand what C means before you get to H, A, you know, N, and so on. So it's very important we educate, you know, people, which is why I'm here, which is what I'm doing, because where I come from, most people might see me as just, oh, he's a musician, he makes music, you know, but I think it's much more than that. This is why I want to use my platform to advise people, to talk to people, you know, and also support people, you know. The youth, we have it in our hands right now. For example, the election coming up in Nigeria, 70% of the people that will be making the decisions are youth, you know, which is why the Youth Connect is very important. So if I'm here, we need to champion more like awareness program, like people need to understand, they need to know that such platforms are important. So if Patoranking would like to use his own platform to tell the world or tell most of the communities, the slums, about the importance of what climate, how it can be of, how it's been bad to us, provide solution, you know, and talk about solution like that. I think more people need to be involved as well.
My question is directed specifically at Patoranking, if that's okay. I'd like him to tell us how exactly he intends to be part of the solution in terms of coming through with his platform, being a musician, having the access to other artists, having the access to platforms a lot of people don't have access to, and how he intends to make that change, you know, starting from himself. Thank you.
So I remember before I started the first question I was asked, I said, if you're trying to look at somebody that is coming from struggle, what it feels like coming from wages to wealth, you should look at me. You know, before I became Patoranking, or the word we use in Nigeria, before I blew. Nigerians, are my Nigerian people here? Okay. So before I had a name, I remember I used to pray to God. I said, God, if you put me in a position of making money, I want to touch lives. I want to be of help to people, and I want to give hope to the hopeless. And who are these people? These people are people from my community, from the ghetto. I'm from the ghetto. And ever since then, in my own little corner, we've been doing a lot. Big shout out to my team. We share the same vision. We are heavily invested in education. I didn't go to a university, and I said to myself, if I have to make every African child get a university education, if I'm in that position, I would do that. And something remarkable happened Something remarkable happened the last time we came to Youth Connect. Big shout out to Mr. Fred. The Patoranking Foundation was able to give 10 African kids from 9 African countries full-blown scholarship, university scholarship. And also in Nigeria, we have about 165 kids ranging from primary to secondary to, university that we support as well. So the music for me is my platform. I have at least about 20 million people across the board following me, and that is my platform. But there's a little to what I can do with that, which is why the government support is very needed. I remember sitting with one government official in Nigeria. I told him, I said, the government is not the problem. He was shocked. He said, why? I said, yes, because even the Bible says, respect the laws of the land. If we are to start this world afresh, there will be a government in place to create those laws. The problem is the style of governance. They need to understand that things are changing. We've moved from analog to digital. When I was coming here this morning, I told my friend, I said, they said I should be here by 8. He was laughing. He said, are you wearing the dark shades? I said, yes. He said, don't go there and sleep. Because it was too early for me. We musicians, we go to bed like maybe 5 a.m. because you might be recording. And really and truly, I was recording yesterday. And he made a joke out of it by saying, don't sleep. And I saw it from a positive angle. Most of the people that were supposed to represent us, or most of the people representing us on the forefront, of the continent, you see them in gatherings where they're supposed to speak for us. They are sleeping. So if you see me sleeping, it was something that was passed on. So, but because we don't want to pass this same problem to the next generation coming, we have to take something serious. That's why I feel my platform is very important, to share the little idea I know about climate change and sustainability, which is what I'm doing. The UNDP is doing a great job. We're family, but we like to make the conversation bigger. In my own musical terms, big up all the climate activists. You're doing a good job. I think we just need to create more awareness, and which is what we're doing. I would also love to indulge my colleague, fellow artists across the continent. Let's take it serious. Climate change is not only when you see it on CNN adverts. It's real. One thing that has helped me as an artist is the fact that, not just an artist, as an individual, is I'm open to learning, and it's an opportunity to learn from my fellow panelists. I've been putting some points here. So tomorrow when you hear a track titled Climate Change, get ready to dance to Problems and Solutions. Thank you.
I'm a king, yes, I'm a king, I think I'm a king,